are the different ways we experience how, why. These are the questions in our mind. The person who is born at the same time, same place, same date, but still their lives are different. Someone is living a luxurious life while someone is starving even for a single bite. Someone is living so very happily and someone has to crave for a single penny. So this is really very difficult to understand that why the life is going on in such a way. Change. So today we will understand what is karma and what is karma phal. What is the fruit of the karma? So the fruit of the karma is like how we are getting the fruits. What we have done, so we are getting the same fruit. So this is the result what we are getting. That is known as the karma phal. That means the fruit, the effect. Now, according to people, in general thing, what do the people understand? We can say that this is the doctrine of the theory of the karma. People believe that whatever the activities we are doing, that is like we are doing any charity, we do some other job, so that are the karma. The actions are known as the karma. But actually, the actions what we are doing with our five senses, that is not the karma, but that is the karma phal, in the sense that are the fruit of the karma, that are not our karma. These are the charged one. We have already charged these things, whatever we are getting today, that are the charge of our previous birth. What we have charged in our previous birth, today we are getting that things as a result. And that is the reason why someone is really very happy and someone is sad. Someone is having a very good life, like someone is born deaf or dumb. Someone is living a luxurious life, while someone in very poverty. So these are the result of our previous charged actions, what we have done in our previous birth. So today what we are experiencing, that is the change of, that is the result of our previous birth, our previous karmas. What is the karmic law? It is you are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of your choice. It means we are going to get in our dish what we have cooked. I have cooked simple roti and the vegetables, the bread and the vegetables. But if I expect I should get very good sweets, I should get pasta, I'm not going to, because I will get what I deserve. The karmic law is sow as you reap, sow as you sow, so you reap. If I will plant a mango seed, definitely I will taste the sweet fruit of mango. But in the same way, if I will plant, if I will sow the bitter gourd, I am not going to take the sweet taste of mangoes. The same way, what we are giving to the others, the same is coming to the us. Right? It means if we have understood the gravitational force of the earth, what will happen if we will throw the ball towards the sky, whatever thing, ball or a gold things or silver thing or the iron, whatever we are throwing towards the sky, what will happen? Will the sky grab it? Yes or no? The sky is not going to keep it with it, but the sky is going to return it to it. And that is why we are getting the rain every year. Because through this water cycle is going on, and we understand it very well. That karma, what do the karma mean? Karma is like a seed. How the seed grows, when the seed gets proper water, proper atmosphere, proper heat, proper fertilizer, sunlight, soil condition, when everything is possible, when everything, all the circumstances met together, then only the seed will grow into a baby plant and plant will grow as a tree. The same way, whatever our karmas are there, that is carried on in a very subtle form. It is in a very subtle seed of our past life. In this life, when the circumstances meet together, accordingly we are getting the results of our karma. Dadaji has explained it very beautifully that the fruits of karma manifesting in the circumstances assembled on the discretion of Mother Nature. The seeds of karma are active at a very subtle level. Right now, if I wish to get something, definitely if the circumstances have not yet met up, I am not going to get that thing. But as soon as my circumstances, my seed will get all the nurture, all the nutrients, whatever is required, then easily I will get my fruit, whether it is a good one or it is a bad one. So now how does one bind the karmas? It is very important thing to understand that how does one bind karmas, because every action what we are doing, we bind karmas. How do we bind the karmas? Generally, people understand whatever the action we are doing, that is karma. But as we discussed, that it is not the karma, it is the karma phal. That means it is the fruit of the charged karma of the previous birth. So now, how do we bind this karma? So it is nothing but the feeling of the doership. That means whatever purport we are having while doing some action, whatever intention is that inside, if we are signing it, if the intention is signed by us, the doership, ego is there, then it is binding the karma. What is this doership? Doership, it means the ego of I. I have done it. I am this and I am that. Without me, nothing is there. So wherever, whatever work we are doing, I is there. So this I is the big ego. And because of that, what the belief is that I have done it. And that causes the karma, that binds the karma. Whatever we are doing, in that, if we are doing that, I am the doer, wherever there is the doership or there is the purport of the doing thing, that means we have charged the karma. Like a man is sitting in the restaurant and he is eating the food. So, as a result of this cause, this is why he is eating in the restaurant. It is not because of today he has decided. It is because in his previous birth, he must have charged this that I just wanted to eat in the restaurant. And because of that, today he is eating the same thing. And now, while eating the food, if he is thinking that, wow, this is so really, it's so tasty, one should always eat in the restaurant only, then every time he will get this chance in his next birth. But if someone is thinking, no, I have to eat because of some reasons, but actually the homemade food is really very good, it is hygienic, it is balanced diet, it is good for health. So one will get a chance to eat at the home also. Now here a true story I remember, that what is karma and how the karma affect us, or how it is giving the result to us. This is the true story of India. It was published in newspaper also. It was published in the magazine also. Here there was a judge, and in his court, there was one criminal case was there. It was the murder case, and that person, the judge asked him some questions, and he answered accordingly. But all whatever the proofs were there, that was against him. So judge always has to give his verdict according to the proofs, whatever are available. But the judge was a spiritual person. He is thinking so much because he himself had seen the murder. And he knew it very well that this person has not done anything. He is not that criminal who had killed that another person, because the judge had seen. But for some reason, he could not be the witness. So the judge said, I need a break. He took a break from his court, and he called that person, the criminal, called that person into his office and asked him that I know that you have not murdered that person. I know the fact, but still the charge is against you and all the proofs are also against you. So now, according to me, this cannot happen to anyone. So, very frankly, you just tell me, in your past, have you done any such thing in your life? The men admit that yes, I have murdered two persons, but at the time I was really very rich and I had all the favorable circumstances with me. And because of my money power, someone else has taken that charge. So the judge understood. He said, okay, Jai Sachidanand, and you just go away from this. This is the true story of India, that karma leaves nobody. It means at that time, his circumstances of this punishment was not nurtured, and so he got free. But when all the circumstances met together, now he had to go to the jail. So karma leaves nobody. Now, what the karma is actually? It is nothing but the mirror. In front of the mirror, if you will see, if you will smile, definitely the mirror image is going to smile in front of you. What will happen if you will yell into the well and say, you are a thief? It is the echo is going to come out saying you are a thief. And the same thing will, you are a king or I am a king. What will happen? We are going to hear the same echo. So if you want to listen, you are a thief, give the same thing to others. And if we want to listen, oh wow, you are such a nice fellow, then give the same thing to the other fellow. If we want happiness, we have to give the happiness. And if we want the sadness, we have to give the sadness. If we are thinking bad for the others, how can we expect that someone will appreciate us all the time? Can we? If some person is hurting you all the time, some person is insulting you all the time, and someone is saying bad words about you, would you like to speak the good thing about that fellow? You can please unmute and answer. Would we like to? Of course not, right? Because we love the person who appreciate us, who understand us, or who speak good language with us. So the same thing is that for the others also. If I don't like insult, how can I expect that the someone whom I have insulted will like me? So that's not possible. So it is very important that if we want happiness, we have to give happiness, just like a mirror. The karma will not bind when. I want answer from you all. What are you doing if the battery of your mobile gets low? Can I have an
plug it
answer
in to charge.
Yes, we keep it for the charging, right? And if we do not keep the switch on, then what will happen if we forget to switch on the switch?
The mobile will get dead.
Right, mobile will get dead.
There will be no charging at all.
It will not charge, the mobile will be dead. The karmas are like exactly same like the mobile and the charger. Right? See, we have what we are getting today, it is in the discharge form. The body is getting discharged. because it was fully charged of the previous birth and now it is being discharged. We are using that thing. But when we are doing the actions, when we are doing the work, at the time, if we forget to on the switch, then the karma will stop binding. That means whatever action we are doing, that is for the good or for the bad, I am not into that, or I am not the doer. I have to do this, and so I am doing. If that feeling is there, the feeling of doership will go away, then the karma will stop binding. When we have no love for the person who is doing good to us, and if we have no abhorrence towards the person who is cursing us or doing bad to us, at the time, our karmas will be stopped. So, rag and dvesh, that means attachment, hatred, these are the different feelings which we are charging. But while doing the actions, see, we have to perform the duties as we got the human life. So, whatever duties are given to us, whatever the position we are at, as a mother, we need to scold our children. As a father, we need to do some good things for our children, right? As a boss, we have to scold our employees also. As an employee, we have to protect ourselves from the office politics also. So at the time, whatever actions we are taking, need not to sign that. I have to do this and I have done better only. Or this should only be done to that person. That kind of sentences or that kind of feelings, that kind of intention should not be there while doing such actions. So at the time, what happens? The karma will stop binding. And when someone insults us, so at the time we need to take the understanding for our own thing that the person who has insulted is just an instrumental. It is my karma that he has to insult me, because whatever happens, that is because of our karma only. What will happen if you are closing the eyes and walking and there is a wall in between? We will definitely bang with it and we may get hurt. So is this the fault of a wall? Of course not. It is our fault because we have closed our eyes, right? So at the time, what Dadaji is telling, that shoot on sight. It means whenever we find that something is going wrong, immediately we have to do pratikaman. Pratikaman, it means what? That removes the thing. We have to ask for the forgiveness. So now how these karmas are bound? Only and only through the intentions and not through the karma. Karmas are not through the actions. Karmas are bound only by intentions, only by signing that yes, this should be done, or no, it should not be done. Or it is by charging, as we are charging the mobile. So if we have the intention of giving good things to others, giving happiness to the others, the same thing will return to us. And if we are having intention to do bad of others or hurting someone, we are going to get the same thing. So whatever the good karmas are there that make us happy, today what we are experiencing, the happiness or the sadness, whatever we are receiving in our lives, that is just because of our good and bad karmas. Now our actions of punya and pap. Before that, we need to understand that do the good things and the bad things. Good things overtake the bad things? Do you think so? Good things overtake the bad things? Yes or no? What
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
understand? What is
No.
your answer?
No.
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 No, right?
What?
If
No.
it is so, then in when we are young or where we are having a very good circumstances, we do all the bad things. We live the lives as per our requirement, as per our likes and dislikes. And after that, when we will find that now we are getting older and now we need to do the good things, at the time we start doing all the good karmas. So what will happen? The previously, one very good Indian movie was there. I recently came to know, I have not seen that movie, but in that it was shown that the person is doing the bad things, means murders and all that actions are taken place, and after that he is thinking that now when I will grow up, right now I am young, I am dashing, I can do anything whatever I want, and then when I will grow up, I will just help the people and I will just wash whatever my bad deeds were there. So do you think so it's going to help? Of course not, because the person has to understand and has to get the fruit of whatever the good deeds are there and whatever the bad deeds are there. Good deeds, whatever the good deeds, if we have done the good karma, that means we are going to get something good in our life. But if we have done bad, so that is also not going to leave us. And we have to bear the same fruits also. So it is very much necessary that whenever we start understanding the thing that good and bad, no one is going to leave us. From that time onwards, we have to understand, we have to stop charging the things. We have to stop thinking, because time leaves nobody. A very good, like, it is a funny story to understand. It is not the good one, but someone has created it. So to understand this karma, that karma leaves nobody, how it works. So it is like there was a boy, and the boy was means the Yamraj came to the boy. Yamraj, it means the death god, right? He came to the boy and he said that now this is a time to go up, time to leave the world, because now you have to, your time is over, and now we have to go to this, you have to leave the world and you have to come with us. The boy was really afraid that why should I leave it now? So he said, okay, just give me 1 second. I would like to serve you with a good coffee. I make a good coffee and I would love you to have a very good coffee. The Yamraj said, okay, fine, no problem. You can give me 1 cup of coffee. He mixes the sleeping pills into that coffee and giving that to the Yamraj. Now the Yamraj had that cup of coffee and he just slept. What will happen? Definitely, if you are having the sleeping pills, that person is going to sleep. So that person, means Yamraj, went for a long sleep. And what the boy did at the time, he took the list of Yamraj where his name was written on the first one. He rubbed his name from the first number, and then he put it on the last one. When the Yamraj woke up, he saw that, oh my God, it's really very late. Now, what should I do? And he was happy with that boy also. He said that you are such a good person. You know, I was also very tired. I needed a sleep. I needed a rest, and you fed me a very good coffee. And now I'm really refreshed. I'm feeling too good because now means I got the rest also. But so I want to help you. So now what I'm going to do is, just to help you, as you served me very nicely, you treated me very nicely, I start the names from top to bottom. Instead of going from 1 to 10, now I am going 10 to 1. So what happens? The boy was on number 1, and because of this karma, he tried to cheat the karma, but unfortunately, now his number is again on top 1. So whatever we try to see, it is said that the person may lie, but your eyes cannot, right? Eyes always speak the truth. Our expressions speak the truth. Same way, we will forget what we have done, but the karma will not. We may forget we have done good to others, or we may forget that we have done bad to others. But the scientific circumstantial evidence, which is known as Kudrat, will never forget our good deed also as well as our bad deed also. So it is said in Indian culture, in Indian Vedas and everything, it is said that somewhere in the heaven there is one person named Chitragupta. He writes all the accounts, your good deeds also and your bad deed also. He's writing he keeps all the account, which is autonomous. And according to that, we are getting the result of our karmas. But that Chitragupta is nothing but is nobody but the scientific circumstantial evidence which keeps the account, which keeps the record of our each and every word, each and every action, each and every karma, what we are doing. Now, our actions has four main functions. The main things to understand. The first one is Punyanu Punya. It is known as Punyanu Punya. That means whatever we have, whatever the good deeds we have done in our past, because of that we have in this birth we received good body, healthy body, good life, wealth, social status. We got such knowledge, so everything is just because of our past punya things. That means the good deeds. And today also, now also, we are doing charity, we are helping others, we are serving the society, we take care of the environment. That is also the karma. And we are seeking such knowledge of Dada Bhagwan. It means we are in search of true knowledge. So this is known as Punyanubandhi Punya. In past we have charged the good karmas. So as a result, in this life, we are getting something good, and still we are binding good karmas by helping and serving others. So in next birth also, we may get the enlightened person, and it will be helpful to us. Next one is Papanubandhi Punya. In our previous birth, we had done some bad deeds. So in this birth, we are Papanubandhi. It means we, and Punya, it means last month we have done some good deeds. As a result, today we are having health, wealth, happiness, everything. But we are using those things in hurting others. We are using those things in just the materialistic life, parties and drinks and drugs and all these things we are using. Then we are acquiring the bad deeds. So in next birth, we have to get the fruit of this bad things. Punyanu Pap. It means due to our next bad days in this birth, we got some unwealthy body, we do not have money, or we do not have any social status. But still, our intention is good. It means we have seen that some autowala or someone, some person, though even though that person is a poor guy, but he's honest. If he finds someone purse is lying on the road, some or something, he do not think that I got it, but he tried to return it back. Someone is really is in bad situation, still try to help others. So in that case, even though he's discharging his bad things of the past birth, now he's charging the good deeds, and in the next birth he will definitely get the result of his good things. And Papanubandhi Pap, because of the bad deeds of the previous birth, in this birth he's having lots of problem physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, in all the ways. And still he's cursing the world that because of others, he's blaming the world that because of others I have this problem. And he sees the earth, he sees the world with the hatred eyes, and try to do the bad thing to the others. And because of that only, he is acquiring the bad things, and in next birth also he is going to get the result of this bad karmas also. So the karmic account are the personal, are the individual one, because I am going to charge what I feel, what is my intention. not of the others. It is never a group thing. It is never a group discussion, or it is not of the some particular groups, or done by like a family is living together. There are 3 or 4 members in the family, but still everyone's intention is different. Everyone's purpose is different. Everyone's purpose is different. And this is the way the person is getting the karma of good or bad days, right? So the good deeds never negate a bad deed. So we need to understand this very nicely, that we have to do the good things, never thinking that today we are doing the bad thing, but in future we will do good things and it will cover up our bad things. No, of course not, because the fruits of bad karma will be bad, of course, and the fruit of the good karmas will be good, of course. If you are bringing the rotten vegetables or the rotten fruit from the market, and you are thinking that it will give you the nutrients, it will give you the good taste, is it possible? Not possible. The same way, we are getting the same taste what we are receiving. So do good if you need good, do bad if you need bad. Receive happiness by giving the happiness. Swami Vivekanand ji, the renowned person of India, he said that heart is a very good fertilizer. Anything we plant, love, hatred, fear, hope, revenge, jealousy, whatever we sow, same we are going to grow, and it bears the fruit. We have to decide what to harvest. It means, very simply we can say, the ball is in our court. Now we have to decide where to throw and how to throw. Now nirjara, one of the most important thing taught by Dada Bhagwan, that shedding of by internal penance. That means we have to repent and atone for the sinful acts. That was, he said, that should on sight. Whenever we find that something has done by us, something a very bad thing or the sinful thing is done by us, immediately we have to repent by praying the God whomever we believe in, and by thinking that the person, whoever the person is, in that person also there is a God. So we just have to see the God in that person, remember our God, and we just have to ask him for the forgiveness. When we ask them for the forgiveness, the first thing what we are doing is we become very calm, and whatever our internal feelings are there of abhorrence or ignorance or hatred or taking revenge, something that would be calm down, and because of that we will stop charging the karmas. So we need to read some spiritual book, need to meet some like-minded people who always give us the right teaching, selfless service towards the society, towards the elderly people, towards the environment. That is also one kind of nirjara, or shedding the karmas. Okay, non-attachment of the body, and same way raga and dvesh, that is attachment and abhorrence, we have to keep away from them. Just stay away from the doership quality. That means I, and creating the ego where everything is done by me, my name, myself, I have done. So we have to stay away from that. And the one thing which is said by our ancestor, that is simple living and high thinking. Try to help always try to help the others, and this is the way we can shed off our we can do the nirjara of our karmas, and we can get the liberation. Now, what are Dada Bhagwan, the self-enlightened victims of Dada Bhagwans are? I'm just reading it. One who is afraid in committing committing demerits is treading a path of great knowledge. It means if we are afraid of doing bad things, and if we are having this thing in mind that if we are doing something wrong, if we are having the fear in the mind, then we will definitely get the good knowledge, great knowledge, or the true knowledge of who am I. And that will help us in liberation. If you give even a slight pain to any living entity, then that suffering will return to you in the same sentimental form of karma. Has think twice before you give pain to others. Whatever we are doing to others is going back to us, just like the gravitational force of the earth. If you are giving pain, so definitely you will get a pain. And sometimes it is said, sometimes it doubles, because you will get the pain not at the time you will decide or you are in a good thing, but you will get that pain when you are not in good term, not even in the body good, body wise, means physically also. If you are not good, then that karma will come. Simple example if I give you of this: if I have taken 5 rupees of someone, I have snatched that 5 rupees, or I have made that person full and taken 5 rupees of that person, thinking that I will return it when I will have a good money. But that 5 rupees will turn into 50, maybe into 500, maybe in 5,000, and maybe in 5 lakhs. Because in which birth I am going to meet that person again, that is not decided by me. And at the time, if I am right now, if I, now the circumstances have met together, that the same person, we both have taken birth together, and now this is the time I have to return his 5 rupees has become 5 lakhs rupees, and now this is the time I have to return his 5 lakhs rupees. And if I am thinking that today I am having 50 lakhs of rupees, and if I have to give 5 lakhs rupees to someone, it's not a big deal, I can give it very easily. But karma will not do the needful to you at the time, because when you are having 50 lakhs, it won't ask you for the 5 lakhs. But when you are working so hard, it is very difficult for you to get even 5,000. At the time, something will happen, and our 5 lakhs, like our property, is snatched away from us, or some gold will be snatched away from us. Something will happen that we are already in disaster, and more disaster will happen to us. So karma never leaves anybody. So doing something wrong to others, we need to think 100 times before. People know about the doer theory, but no one has experienced the karma theory. Saying someone insulted me is a doer theory, and he blamed due to my karma is the karma theory. See, someone has insulted me because of my karma. In some previous birth, if I have insulted to someone, definitely in this birth, he is going to come back to me, just like a wall. So at the time, he insulted me. Instead of thinking that, we need to understand, because of some of my karmas, that person is just he has just come to return it back to me. Now, the same person would not be there who is in the last birth. This time also, we as a family members, we are together, as friends, we are together, as colleagues, we are together, because we have some charged karma with each other in some of our previous lives. Right? Otherwise, why I have not taken birth in some particular family and with this parents only? Why I got this husband and this son only? Why not others? So that is also, as our some karmas are left with each other, and that's why we are together now. So long as you are the doer, you are bound by karma. Karma exists because of the doers. Very simple thing, in very simple language Dadaji has explained. It is nothing but the doership. As soon as you leave this doership, the karma will stop charging. The enlightened person removes this basis of doership fully, and hence this charging of karma is stopped. Then remains only the discharge karma, because it is already charged in our previous birth. So definitely we have to discharge it. Now the self-enlightening dictum of Dada Bhagwan, another what he has to say is, મારો ફોન બંધ થઈ ગયો. મારો ફોન બંધ થઈ ગયો. નથી તો પણ બંધ થઈ ગયો. આમાં wait a minute. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Well, thank you, Nehaben. That's all about the session.
Yes, sir. Only one slide is left. Just a minute, please. Again, something had happened. So I just lost the
Okay,
connection.
I will read out. I read that. It says, what the world terms as karma is actually karma phala. The slide says, what the world terms as karma, actually, it is karma phala. It is effect. That is also that was a wonderful slide. Neha
Yes,
ma'am,
it
unmute
means
yourself. Yeah.
whatever the thing we are experiencing now, that is the result of our discharge, that is the result of our karmas. Or it means the actions what we have done or the deeds we have done in our previous birth. What the world terms as karma is only an effect of the karmas.
Effect of karma. Yeah.
This Dadaji said the same thing, that what the world terms as karma right now, what the doctrine of this theory of this karma is the same. Everybody believes that whatever action we are doing, that is the karma. But whatever action we are doing, whatever we are working today is the discharge karma. But whatever the intentions are there in that we should do this or we should not do, and that intention, the doership is the karma. So today what we are doing, that is only and only the discharge thing, what we have done, what we have charged in our previous birth. So I hope everybody understood as well. And if anyone is having any question, we can discuss on this.
Yes, participants, your turn is now. If you have any query or question, you can raise it here. Unmute yourself and put forward your question. Or anything you would like to add to this.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yes,
Thank-
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you.
Thank you very
Yes,
much for that wonderful session. I have a question. Does the effect always is the effect always in the next birth, or can the effect be in the same birth?
See, it depends on the intensity. Some things we have to experience in this birth only, and some things we need to experience in our whatever birth we take in next birth also, in the immediate next birth also, or after few births also. So the intensity matters a lot. And the most important thing is that the circumstantial evidences, if all met together, then only we can get the fruit of that, otherwise not. See, if I have sown the seed right now, and if I wish that within 2-3 days I want to eat the mango from that tree, is it possible? No.
No.
Right? Because it should get proper fertilizer, proper land, proper that sunlight, proper water. When everything meets together, then only the fruit will be ready and we will be able to taste it. The same intensity is there. Very few small things are there that we get the result, that we get the fruit in this birth only. But if some other things are there, we can get it in our next birth also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nimesh. Your question was really wonderful. So there are various types of karmas. The more intense they will take, Dada used to say, like 70 or 80 years. So karmas are like seeds. Some seeds will germinate quickly, within a day, and some seeds will take too much time. Depends on the intensity of. Very fine. So thank you very much. May I invite Lala sir, who has just joined, to conclude the session, the law of retribution. Lala sir, see whether you could unmute yourself and share your views on today's topic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Audible, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Nice to see you.
Sachidanand, sir.
Jai Satchidanand.
Yes, Sachidanand.
See, Dr. Nimesh, you were asking this, no? That whether the karma is mature in this birth or not, no?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So definitely, as already explained, different karmas take different time. Okay. And the nature's convenience to deliver our results. And the basic summary of this session is action is not the karma, intention are the karma, right?
Right.
So there are two levels of fructification of karma. One is your intention, so the karma is charged, and then that it will come into effect. Then secondary effect is effect of effect, right? So when say somebody say pickpocket, he picks the pocket because of his past karma's force. But again, the rules, regulations of the society, police, this, that, everything apply. And he will reap the fruit of the fruit, right? So this is, as there are two stages, and that is why normally in the world, the second stage is discussed. So they consider action as a karma. They are not wrong per se, but that action is a secondary stage karma, right? Dada goes into the root that why